Now, the National Crime Agency has been called in to investigate the discovery of a huge amount of cocaine, 360 kilos of cocaine, on two beaches in Norfolk. A member of the public contacted the police after discovering holdalls containing the drugs. Let's talk to our Home Affairs correspondent, Danny Shaw. Danny, I think we've got some pictures of this. Extraordinary, really, that it should just be dumped, this vast amount of cocaine on the beach. We don't know why.
Yeah, this isn't something that happens every day. There are occasions when there are big finds of drugs by the National Crime Agency or Border Force, but that's normally following a tip-off or intelligence. But I'm told that it's simply a chance discovery by a member of the public who happened to be walking along the beach and finds on Hopton Beach near Great Yarmouth these bags, as you can see, these holdalls, about 10 of them, and each of them is stuffed full of brown packets which contain cocaine. They've got a stamp on each of the brown packets which apparently indicates some kind of sign of where they may have come from. So there may be some clues there for police trying to find the origin of these drugs. There are more than 300 of these packets in the holdalls. There was also another find at Caister Beach, which is a few miles away. That was also a member of the public who alerted police. Now you see on the images the green items. They are sort of flotation devices. So it is thought that one possibility is that a passing ship has lobbed them out for someone else to pick up, and that arrangement hasn't happened. No one else has picked them up and they've just floated here. The other possibility is that they've been dumped in panic by some drug smugglers because, you know, perhaps they felt that they were being watched. But it is extremely unusual.
Yeah. Normally, if the police find cocaine smuggled in, it's because of a raid of some kind acting on intelligence, presumably. I mean, how big do we think that the trade, the smuggling of cocaine into Britain, how big a problem is that compared to other countries?
It is a big problem. I think in Europe, the UK is either at the top or very near at the top in terms of consumption of cocaine. So it's a big problem for law enforcement. The route that the drugs come in is normally via Netherlands or Belgium, or Holland Holland and Belgium tend to be the hubs for the route to come in. It is possible that these drugs weren't destined for the UK, but were actually destined for another country, and that they've just floated towards our beaches. We just don't know, but there are plenty of clues, I think, from those bags, from the stamps on the packets, that should lead law enforcement, which will probably involve Europol, quite possibly the EU crime fighting agency, the Border Force will be involved, as well as Norfolk Police, that will lead the National Crime Agency to find out who's responsible.
And a vast amount, 360 kilos, so that's, we think, about a street value of 50 million, roughly? I mean, it's very hard to estimate, isn't it?
Roughly, if it was all cut and processed, the estimate is that it would could yield £50 million worth for someone. But as I say, it's a big find, but it's not the biggest find of cocaine.
OK. Danny, for the moment, thanks very much indeed. Danny Shaw there, our Home Affairs correspondent.